Okay, I laid some cards out. I wanted to see what Trump is doing on January 6th. So what we have is, he's been working on the dedication, and we've got a two of discs here, which is usually balance and juggling, but in this case it's trying to make the change. So he's been working on trying to overthrow the election, and he's asking his the Trumpites, I think that pretty well says it all there, to go forward, the day of the 6th, when they're going to be putting in the electoral votes to cause chaos and to try to overturn it. He wants his Republican uglies in there to overturn it. So the challenge is, home, where he lives, his family, the whole Trump dynasty. And the challenge with this, though, is futility. It's not going to save him. It's not going to save his family. Okay? So what we have going into it is, and there's a lot of the wands in this, a lot of energy be put behind this, was the preparation. Now this is also the card for what they were doing with the Russians, etc. But in this case, it's preparation. He's ginned up these people, and this is usually 6 of Swords, which is usually to get you through choppy waters, but in this case, it's the card of science. They can put the spin all they want on it, but the science behind it is that Biden won and Trump lost. Okay? So it doesn't matter how much they've prepared and how much they've continued to do the spin that Russia's put. Yeah, and again, that's my card for the Russian stuff. So whether it's been put out by the White House or Russia or whatever, they've been all working together to try to overthrow this. It's futile. It's not going to happen. On the 6th, he's going to have to finally see that 100% it's not going to happen. The foundation is 6 of Wands, recognition, okay, which is usually the card of victory, but this is recognizing. And the challenge is, the start of this power, the start of, come on, leave your brother alone now. Don't torment your brother. Don't torment your brother. He doesn't want to play. Don't torment him. Troublemaker, I'm telling you. She is insistent. She says, I'm going to get him to play if it's the last thing I do. So anyway, so this is looking at the start of something new. And I like this one. If you look at behind there, we have like a Zen monk behind there with the sword. Ace of Wands, trying to put some new energy into it. So, he's going to be trying at he's going to be trying to put some new energy into something somewhere. He's going to recognize that's not going to fly. Foundation, he's going to have to put that energy somewhere else if he's going to have a victory somewhere. Isn't that right? What do you have to say about that, Gypsy? Okay. And what we have above it is 10 of Wands, burdens. Okay, the burden he's been carrying, and we have the Ace of Cups. So at that point, he's recognizing that burden, and it's going to bring a whole other wave of emotions. Going forward, we have Judgment on the other side of this. Judgment, and got the Nine of Cups, bliss. It's, you know, he's wanting to overturn that judgment, the wish fulfilling card, but it's not going to happen, okay? Wish fulfilling card. That wish is going right out right down the toilet. So how he sees himself, high priestess, somebody that does all these backdoor deals that nobody does, a power, angel of power, okay? And so the challenge of that is all the emotions and things that's bringing it up now. And also that I feel like this one, you know, she's holding the lotus. You know, that goes in the mud, and when it breaks the surface, it looks pristine clear. So it's like feeling like he's got all this stuff in the mud that he's doing, but he wants to present it as being something above board when it's not. Okay. And, you know, he is, on one sense, ruled by emotions, but only his own emotions. He doesn't cognize anybody else's emotions, only his own. How others see him as sensitive, okay, again, too sensitive to his own things, and we have the Eight of Discs, which is usually reevaluating, working on things, working on it, prudence. But he's only prudent when it comes to working with his own stuff, working with something that's going to serve him, okay? That's it. Then he'll evaluate it and be prudent in that, you know, something that's going to serve him, and that's it. Well, Miss Gypsy, oh, troublemaker. Oh, you're a troublemaker. And then the outcome is, you know, that's it. It's time for a new point in his journey, to pick another direction. The Fool, where's your journey now, okay? And he's going to continue with the Valor, the Seven of Wands. He's going to continue with somebody's head on the stick, as usual. Try to put Biden's head on the stick, or come on. That was a good boy, Max. You didn't snarfle her. Good boy. You did, come on. It's okay. That's a good boy. You didn't snarl. You didn't make snarls and snapples. That's a good boy. So anyway, yeah, he's going to go on his journey. He's not going to give up his his drama. He's going to still try to defend it, still try to put somebody else's head on a stick to fry him. I mean, you know, this is who he is. So we'll have to see what happens. But January 6th, it's like the big, it's going to be much more difficult for him at that point to try to keep up this charade once the electoral vote is finally tabulated and taken to what is it, the Senate, the House, whichever. So that's what I get from that. From that point, again, he's going to be trying to figure out a way forward. Where can he put his energy? How can he buoy himself up? You know, trying to make a new show or a new, you know, he wants to do another news type thing that he can, because he's so angry with Fox, and he wants to continue to put out his spin and stir up his base. He doesn't want to lose them. He wants to still have a way to get money in, okay? If there's a penny to be made through that, he's not going to give that up. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Yeah. Yeah, it's all about the same thing where we started without continuing to work on... Antonio. dedicate himself to what he believes. Yeah. So I got a phone call in, and I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in.